vlog. We got the kids outside today. We got Scarlett, Willow helping with the Turbo LS Integra that you guys don't know nothing about because this is the first clip you're gonna see. This isn't a Prelude. What the heck? All right, we're gonna do a short video. It's my boyz Integra. It's LS 5-speed. Obviously, there's some stuff missing. If you honestly, you gotta take your radiator, all that stuff out. You gotta make room for the intercooler and everything. Well, I guess I should tell you what we're doing. We're gonna throw that on right there. There's a couple other supporting things that you have to buy. Half-size radiator, fans. Always got a couple turbo kits. Intercooler piping. We're gonna mock it all up, get it to fit. First things first, whenever you start, you do have to get the radiator out, drain fluids, drain the oil. Probably keep the transmission fluid in. So that you have a room right here for the intercooler. Obviously half-size radiator. Ram horn style header is gonna poke out, that's why you can't use a full-size one. Got to get the AC compressor out. Typically there's power steering here. He never had power steering. But we're gonna finish, I think he drained the oil and the antifreeze a couple days ago. I'm gonna finish taking off these 12mm nuts for the header. Take that off down by the test pipe and get the oil pan out and then start from there. So header bolts off, then we're gonna go underneath and check for the test pipe. Now on some B series, you have this adjustable test pipe you can move back and forth, and with his new ram horn setup, I think it's gonna sit back a little bit further, so we'll be able to push that back. But those are the two 15mm bolts. Now we have to take off all the 10mm around the oil pan so we can get the Moroso oil pan on. That has a fitting for the drain. So, oh, he's already missing one right there. But let's get all these 10mm off and drop this oil pan. So we gotta get that flywheel inspection plate off to get to those two 10mm. And then now we're gonna take the oil pan off. All right, so we got the feed line hooked up right there. Comes up after it gets the adapter fitting, that'll feed that. So we get the drain. This is the drain line. This is a little bit longer. And then oil. I have vacuum lines, some water, and we'll be able to do a first start. Oh, I still will change I've got the 4-bar map sensor. K-tune 4-bar map sensor. I would change that real quick. The big dog over here. Come to look at the engine bay for the first time. Come on, dog. Bro, look at that thing. Look at that big ass fucking wastegate.
Yeah, that was big ass fucking.
Does it look sick?
Shit, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that at all. I do. Whoa, shit.
You ready to blow the fucking tires off, dude? Crazy. That motherfucker's big.
Exhaust.
Cut. Got that drain line hooked up. The T fitting with the oil pressure sensor and the feed line. The -3 to -3 female fitting for the oil feed. Intercooler pipe on the bottom cold side is on. We'll mount up the intercooler and get it all fitted better. And then we're almost to first start. Oil filters in. I got oil. We'll get some antifreeze coolant, and then it's all good. We're back on the Integra build. All we are is waiting for this oil feed -3 to 1/8 MPT. And injectors. We got some 750s and a Chemzo 340 fuel pump. We'll throw some oil, got some distilled water for the radiator, hook up our vacuum lines and everything to the wastegate and turbo, and we'll be ready for our first start. As we're coming to a close with the turbo build LS, just got the oil feed line from my boy Steven Langley out here in Sacramento area. I'll throw his Instagram up right here. Give him a follow. Custom lines, brake line kits, does a bunch of shit. Hit him up, but let's throw this oil feed line in, turbo. Then all we're gonna need to do is change out injectors and fuel pump, and we'll be ready for a first startup. So in my opinion, when you change injectors and fuel pump, instead of doing all of it at once, probably pick one or the other to do first so that I can rule out if an injector is bad or the fuel pump instead of both. So I'm gonna finish installing this, and then I need to put a tune for that, put the oil filter in, fill it with oil, and see if everything primed, and it may start. We'll see, cross our fingers. No fuel pump yet, but we will get to the fuel pump. And see, look how the oil feed line, perfect, exactly how I wanted it to. We'll get a little heat wrap right here, keep it down, probably zip tie it to the feed right there just so that I can make sure it stays down, doesn't come off with the timing belt or anything like that. But let's finish this up, bolt that in, oil filter, throw oil in it, and see where we're at. So we got all these injectors in, they're not mounted, they're not together like properly yet. I just have them kind of twisted to make sure everything's gonna prime up and the car is gonna start, because I haven't changed the fuel pump yet, just the injectors, because I ran before. Pretty much all that's new is the full turbo kit, new injectors, and a new map sensor, which I'm going to use the laptop on S300 and account for the 4-bar map sensor and the injectors, and we should be able to start it up. So far, first little prime, you got injectors leaking already, which is what I was freaked out about. Let's see if I tighten them down more. I've got them all the way as tight as I can, but let's see if I get a little bit more. Okay. Injectors will not work. Sorry, bud. Stock injectors are gonna have to be in. For a previous point, that means I wired them all in correctly. The closer side to where the connector is the ground on all of the injectors, and the opposite is the power, which coincides with the OEM. Yellow to black is ground, but I do have to throw the stock injector connector. After the fail, stock injectors back in. I'm just butt connecting them back. It's gonna look kind of ugly until he gets another fuel rail that will accept the IDs, and with this, then all I'm going to do is account for the 4-bar map sensor and kind of just let it idle on how it is. Then I'll get the vacuum lines all hooked up.
Yeah.
First startup.
Just like a little, you know, the little residue absorbs on the thing. That's all I see.
Go inside, guys. And go back on camera. Go back on camera. It's gonna be loud. We're not loud.
I didn't see no leak. But
There's a ball! Well, still doesn't come on, but it opened up, so we're gonna try another one. But that's it. We got turbocharged LS, pretty much a full bolt-on kit, but you know we pieced together a couple kits and got what we got. We're gonna probably change the coupler for that. Full exhaust. All we need to do is run a little sensor, check the oil pressure. Other than that, easy enough. Turbo swap for an LS Integra.